Hello, my name is Sir Donna from Galway and welcome to Round the Square.
On this week's Round the Square, we check in on Kilkenny and Galway ahead of Sunday's senior hurling final, find out what's bothering Joe Canning,
it's going to be trickier than it looks, I think, anyway.
And we have super scores from this week's championship action. But first, the Dublin GAA County Board are on the lookout for a new manager for the county senior footballers following the departure of Pat Gilroy. The St Vincent's clubman says he wants to spend more time with his family and concentrate on his career following a successful 4-year stint that saw the Dubs win an All-Ireland and 3 Leinster titles. The Tipperary GAA County Board are also putting in place a process to locate a successor for Declan Ryan. The Clonalty Rossmore clubman, along with selectors Tommy Dunn and Michael Gleeson, have stepped down having completed their 2-year term. Things have changed quite a bit in the last 24 years.
Tomorrow's card. That's evening press and Sunday press. The 250,000.
Surely he's booked the Cats for a place in the All-Ireland final against Galway.
As is traditional at this stage, Galway has a rallying cry for this year's All-Ireland final appearance.
Galway, we're gonna go all the way, tribesmen are back again. Galway, go all the way, Galway. Galway, we're gonna go all the way, tribesmen are back again. 88, too long ago, when the double was great back then. 2012 and Galway are back to bring Lee McCarthy home again. Galway, go all the way, Galway. Galway, we're gonna go all the way, tribesmen are back again.
But the Leinster champions are trying to keep a lid on the hype.
At the start of the year in January, when you're training in the wet pitches and the long nights, you know, you're dreaming of playing in an All-Ireland final in September. We're there now, and the trick is to go and win it. There's no point being happy being there. You know, you have to win it when you get there.
Kilkenny has hit such a high standard, and it's very hard to get to that. But I think the chase and pack is that bit closer to them. But the championship is funny. On any given day anything can happen, and that's why we're participating every year and going back every year. And you know, hopefully on our day, like, we know we can beat anyone, and it's just about finding consistency every day. But there's no doubt about Kilkenny have set the standard.
The Leinster final was definitely, for me, was the best match of my life to partake in. You know, it was great to see everything going to plan, to come on the right side of that match when everyone, both probably inside the county and outside of it, were doubting us at the time.
People said that we didn't play that well against Cork. At the end of the day, we won the game by 5 points. We scored 22 points on the day. We didn't concede a goal, you know. So where are we at the minute? I think we're in a very good place.
1988 obviously was the last time Galway won the All-Ireland, and that's a fact and you can't escape it, but it has no relevance to the game on the 9th of September 2012. That game is a game by itself. It's a 50-50 match between ourselves and Kilkenny, and the best team will come out on the day.
Kilkenny could bring out a greatest hits album of a decade of All-Ireland anthems.
September's near, it's Croke Park, Kilkenny on tour. Oh, what a sight! Black and amber flags, black and amber cars. We're on a roll with a panel of stars.
Black and amber rock, black and amber roll. Everybody sing, let's go, cats go. A little bit of luck, we'll leave McCarthy home. We'll be back by the Nore on its marble throne.
When we started off against Dublin, we had a good performance. We were happy with the way things went that day, but we prepared then for a Leinster final, and I suppose as everyone saw, things just didn't really happen, and we just weren't allowed hurl on the day. I thought Galway were just awesome on the day, and I think their performance from minute 1 to minute end was just unbelievable, and it just showed how hungry that they are, and we were just glad coming in off Croke Park that day that we actually had a second chance to try and rectify things.
I don't think Galway have peaked at all. They had a very good Leinster final performance with us, and maybe we were off a little bit, but I think if Galway bring their game that brought from Leinster final and we bring our game that we had our semi-final, it's going to be a right cracker.
The thing about Galway is they have the hurlers to destroy on any given day, and they have the hurlers there that they can get goals, they can get points, they can get long range points. They're very fit, so you're just hoping that what you bring that will be that bit more than themselves, and obviously in the Leinster final what we brought wasn't good enough, and that's just something that we're going to have to think about going forward.
I joined the panel in 2005, and Galway actually beat us in the All-Ireland final, our semi-final the same year, and thankfully we've been contesting All-Ireland finals every year since, and look, it's amazing the run that we've had, and it's been great to be involved in it, but it's just, I suppose, the group of players that are there, and the management team as well, you're just privileged to be involved in it.
One is an All-Ireland winning senior star with Kilkenny in the 80s.
Oh, lovely bit of fielding there by Brian Cody into Pat Henderson.
Another is an All-Ireland winner with Galway from 3 decades ago. This Sunday, Anthony Cunningham and Brian Cody go head-to-head in a bid for September glory.
I think it's a great thing for a county, for any county to be in the All-Ireland final. It's a great build-up always, a great sense of anticipation. I think, it's important that, everybody enjoys that, and it's not a tough place to be, it's a very, very enjoyable place to be, and not being there is tough, but being part of it is something to be enjoyed.
Over the last few years, I think Tipperary and Kilkenny have brought fantastic finals, and Cork previously to them. I think they've been brilliant spectacles and brilliant scores and great intensity, and I think you'll see no difference the next day. And that the game has massively moved on, and it's no small way to the skill of Kilkenny's and the Tips and the top players that are there now. And the Galway players want to emulate these players.
Obviously our journey this year was a small bit different from the point of view losing the Leinster final. The better team absolutely won the game on the day, and it was almost a no contest type of game. We were out hurled, we were out fought, we were out everything on that particular day, and great credit to Galway for their level of performance. If it had happened in the All-Ireland semi-final, there was no backdoor, and you'd say good luck to this year and you look forward to next year. Reality being reality, there was another avenue there for us. Like I said, it meant heading to a quarter-final. We're more than happy to take on that challenge, and that's where the mind's focused on straight away.
You're never going to get a bad performance really from Kilkenny, and they bring huge experience and they have some fantastic players, there's no doubt, and people are going for records with medals and all-stars, and managers been there for 12 years, so it's really all set up. But we'll hope to bring our A game there, and we'll need a top performance to beat them.
Our level of performance against Galway was really, really low, and our level of performance against Tipperary in the All-Ireland semi-final, I'd say, was very, very decent. I mean, we were a point down at half-time. We know the level of skill and quality of the Tipperary team for the past number of years. Obviously, the matches we've had have been very, very hard fought out the whole time, and it's very hard to imagine that we would end up, 35 minutes later, I suppose, comprehensive winners.
It's like high stakes poker, really. The winner takes all. In my book, you don't get into becoming second. That might find, you might find that a bit, harsh. But there's no moral victories for us. you're remembered for winning, not for anything else.
The All-Ireland Senior Hurling sellout between Kilkenny and Galway this Sunday at GAA headquarters throws in at 3:30. It's preceded by the Electric Ireland All-Ireland Minor Hurling decider between Dublin and Tipperary at 1:15. He's one of the most talented hurlers of his generation, but did you know that Kilkenny's Tommy Walsh has a sensitive side?
It's definitely one that'll get the emotions up and running.
DJ, where are you?
Here I am.
A few of the lads were talking about it, I suppose, at the back of the bus, and a few of them, Jackie and Richie, had a bit of a cry about it, I think, there, so that's what made me look at it.
Can't wake up! Wake up!
It's about a young kid, and his father is a boxer, and I suppose he was a great boxer many years ago, but he's getting over the hill now, and I suppose he goes back into the ring, and it's just about, I suppose, the story between him and his child, and it was a great upbringing for the young fella. Out of 10, 9.5.
They'll be squaring up on Sunday, but ahead of the senior final, we challenged two of the game's top stars to battle it out in the Round the Square Buzz-Off Challenge. It's Galway's Joe Canning against Kilkenny's Jackie Tyrrell to see who completes the course in the quickest time, with a 5-second penalty for each fault.
It looks tricky. It's going to be trickier than it looks, I think, anyway.
Hands are sweaty.
Hey, the pressure's on.
I'm nervous, you're not. Very nervous.
2, 1, go.
Embarrassed that it's so long and it took me a couple of falls, but yeah, it's good old crack, alright.
Two, one, go.
Delighted. Over the moon.
Would you believe a draw? An omen for the weekend, perhaps.
Barry Moran, and Moran has slotted that one over. Dermot Connolly finally opening his account and looking for another one. Connolly, he's a streaky sort of player and the confidence is up. Michael Darragh McCauley, they've nobody in the centre, but now Kieran Kilkenny is there. Can he get his eye in, Kieran Kilkenny? Yes, he can. And now it's Jason Doherty. Doherty, the goal scoring specialist. That has come right out of the sweet spot. It's a glorious point from Jason Doherty. And they could seal it with another point now. Here come Mayo, and it's Shamey O'Shea.
So you haven't played in an All-Ireland Senior Hurling final before. how do you relax? How do you get your mind off it? Here's one technique you could try.
I'm going to get a bit of grief over this, but I particularly enjoy farming. Farming and rugby, and they were two big passions of mine. It's nice to get away from the hurling fields every now and then and definitely partake in a hobby such as farming, where you can get away from whether it be the traffic from work in the city or a pitch around table people, just to be there by yourself and really be able to gather your thoughts and freshen your mind.
Congrats to Owen O'Mahony of St Patrick's GAA Club County Wicklow, winner of 1,000 Opal Kit for Club points from last week's Round the Square competition. This week's prize is a €100 voucher for Elvery Sport if you can answer the following question. How many GAA All-Star Awards does Henry Shefflin currently hold? Email your answer along with your name, email address and phone number to roundthesquare@gaa.ie. Entries close midnight Sunday, September 9th.